Hi, in this video, I will be reviewing the movie A Lady and Her Gentleman, which you can watch here on YouTube on Uche Montana TV. So, this movie tells the story about this girl, Esther, who is also known as Extra. So, she is a prostitute, she is like one of the best. So, we have this guy, Sean, who falls head over heels in love with this girl, despite her profession. He doesn't care about all of that, he's just so intrigued and drawn to her that he wants them to be serious. He wants to have something serious to do with her, but she just doesn't buy it. So with that happening, we also get to find out that there's a whole backstory into like her situation, why she is actually doing, the job she's doing. Like it wasn't by her own doing, it wasn't like she made a decision to start selling her body, but she had to do that to be able to pay off her father's debt. It's a really, really beautiful story. Like if you haven't seen the movie, go check it out. So a lady and her gentleman, compared to all the other clients she has, this guy in particular is very different. He doesn't want to get intimate with her. He just enjoys spending time with her and getting to know her. So this sort of grows into like a likeness, a friendship, and of course becomes more. Then for the actors in this movie, we have Esther or Extra, who was played by Uche Montana. This babe killed this role so well. Like when you first, start watching the movie, you'll be so intrigued because this is not like her typical role. This is something different that than what we are used to seeing from her. But you could see she put all her all into this performance, and I really enjoyed watching her. Like it was interesting, of course, seeing her doing the pole dancing and all these, seductive moves and everything. But we also get to see the other side of her being a child who had been abused, a child who felt like she had no other option but to do this, a child who was willing to go through any length, any sacrifice, anything that would make her be able to clear up her dad's debt. She had a lot going on. Like she is not just doing that for the sake of doing that. But I really enjoyed her performance in this movie. And the younger, version of her character was played by Pearl Shim. It was such an interesting face to see in this movie. And I think both, characters, both of these ladies acted the role so well from, seeing her transition from this young girl who was like, of course, very sharp spoken with a sharp mouth. She's a no nonsense person to her wings being clipped to now becoming a shadow of herself and just over years having to grow into the woman she is today. Like I enjoyed, the performances from these two ladies. Then we had the guy Sean, who was played by Clinton. So Clinton is like a very responsible gentleman. Like he's like a proper good guy. He comes off as naive, he's a virgin, like he keeps repeating in this movie. But he has this, innocent love for extra. Like he just wants to care for her, protect her, love her. But all these things he keeps saying to her seems very strange. Like she doesn't buy it. But he did so well in this role. And it was so nice to see him like do like make moves to come through for this babe Esther. Like scenes between the both of them were so intense, and scenes with Uche Montana getting so emotional was so powerful. Like this movie, 10 over 10. Then other faces we get to see in the movie. Of course, we get to see Lisa, who was played by Nancy Desmond. Like I love this babe's character. She is like no nonsense babe. She gives everybody like she says what is on her mind. She doesn't fear anybody. She also worked, at the brothel. She worked with extra, became friends from when they were much younger to now. And she was somebody that always had Esther's back, and she told off the madam and other people, and she was just like that blunt friend. Like she was that badass babe that you need in your corner. And she did really well in her character. Then we get to see Madame D, who is like the pimp. She's the one running the show. She's the madam in charge of, getting these girls out and, collecting money. Her character was so annoying because imagine all the money that keeps coming into her pocket, like all the money that people pay to have their fun with the girls, like for nights and everything. Like getting to see like a particular scene where she gave extra 2,000 naira out of what she was giving. She gave her 2,000 naira to just use it and hold. So you could say she was basically just exploiting these girls for her own selfish interest. And I really loved how the story ended in regards to her. Then we also get to see Mr. Jega, who is also, should I say, her partner in this pimping, sex trafficking thing, because he was so mean, so evil. He was like the worst kind of man in this movie. And he was somebody that, Esther's father had borrowed money from. So Esther's dad, being poor, did not have any means of, clearing off his debt. So the man came to the house and, took Esther at a very young age to go and start prostituting her. So this guy was just a mean monster, but he did good in his character. You also get to see Sean's friend. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I can't remember his name. You get to see his friend, like his friend. He was actually a really really good friend to Sean. Like I think he was for Sean what Lisa was to Esther. So he was this, should I say, the troublesome one out of the two of them. He, no nonsense person, has gra gra, has Chris in his body. But I really enjoyed, their bond, their friendship, and how, he stuck his neck out for Sean. You will just enjoy him in this movie, honestly. Then we also get to see Esther's family. So her dad, you get to see her brother, and in the opening act of the movie, her mom, left them because of the condition, the situation that the family was in. They were broke, they were poor, and she just thought the best thing to do was to leave her kids behind. And yes, so that is it for the actors in this movie. And honestly, everybody gave such top-notch performance. Not one person was dulling. Like every scene, back to back, every performance, every actor you see, even the supporting characters, everybody came together to give us such an amazing watch. Then we also get to pick up on some themes in the movie because, like I said, it's not just a romance movie with a boy falling in love with a prostitute. Like there's actually a deeper story in there, which is the issue of sex trafficking, child abuse, um sacrifice, love, family. Like you could see how these girls were taken from very, very early age to start using them to make money without their consent. So of course they were raped and everything, but it was like they had no option. And if you now want to get out of the situation, you'll be threatened with, either they'll kill you or they'll kill your family or anybody you have dear to you. So it was just like really, really upsetting how, these things of course do happen. We hear about it, we see about it in the news, but getting to watch it in this movie and seeing how scared Esther was. Like, okay, remember the part, I don't know if you've seen the movie, but there's a particular scene where she was trying to recover, she was trying to get herself back after the loss of her dad. And Mr. Jagger was pissed that why is she away for a week, and money could have been coming in, called her, threatened her that he's going to kill her brother if she doesn't come back. So she felt like she had no choice. There was no escape. She didn't have a future aside what she was doing, which was just really, really sad. This guy getting to read her diary and see like how she had been treated over years was just upsetting. Like this movie is thought provoking, grip and tug at your emotions. Of course, there are scenes where you'll be laughing, smiling, and all of that, but it tells a deeper story. It has like a deeper message it is passing across. I'm sure you can tell like I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Is it a must watch? Yes, you definitely have to see it. Run to Uche Montana TV, watch the movie. Like there were a lot of interesting scenes in this movie. Of course, the scene where Extra came to spend the night at Sean's place, and she was doing the whole BDSM display, and he was like, no, let's just do mommy and daddy. That scene was really, really funny. Even the part where he wanted to make breakfast for her in bed, and the friend was like, did they make Ashawo breakfast in bed? Like there were a lot of intense, powerful scenes in this movie. If I'm to rate the movie, I rate it a 10/10. Like it is that good. Like storyline is good, actors are good, the cinematography is good, costumes, the music, like the pacing of the movie is like premium content. Like from start to finish, the movie will have you hooked. Like the movie is that gripping. Like you're rooting for this babe. Like you're rooting for her. Although there are certain times in the movie where you're like, no, like she shouldn't do this, she shouldn't do this. But at some point, you get to understand why she is the way she is. But like it's just scary. Like girls are going through this, even guys are going through this. Like it was so sad, like her thinking like nobody would love her, nobody would want her because of what she had to do to get by. And even the same way her brother was using that to shame her, that like haba, like you could see she wasn't doing it for the fun of it. It's just sad how people tend to take advantage of people that are helpless. Like, just imagine if she didn't meet this guy, like how her life would have been. So, have you seen the movie A Lady and Her Gentleman? If you have, please share your thoughts down in the comment section. And if you haven't, run now. It is here on YouTube. Go watch it. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. Check out my other videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.